Howdy folks, Charlie here from Christmas on Crestline. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for tuning in to an end of the season episode. I want to talk a few minutes about what I learned this year in my show, what I liked, what I didn't like, what I should have changed, what I should have taken out, what I should have added, just kind of my overview of the show this year. Coming out pretty soon, I'm going to have a behind the scenes tour of my lights. So if you haven't subscribed to the show yet, make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell so you get notified when that comes out. But what did I do this year, the show that I have any regrets about in general? The number one thing I wish I would have done differently is my net lights. This is the first year I've used net lights. Last year for our Christmas in July extravaganza series, I unboxed these net lights and they were freaking cool. They're commercial grade, they are high dollar. I spent $500 on 12 net lights. 4 greens, 4 blues, 4 whites, and 4 reds. Nope, 3 each. 3 reds, 3 greens, 3 blues, and 3 whites. So 12 total for $500 worth. Now they're high grade material. They're commercial grade, they are high quality, they are phenomenal net lights for what they are. They don't work for me though. They don't work for me because I have 3 huge bushes. And if you just use string lights, no matter how hard or how MacGyvered you get your string lights to be, they're going to be kind of wobbly, they're not going to be in a straight line, they're going to look kind of like you just threw them on there no matter how hard you try. Net lights are the ultimate solution for that. Here's the problem I have with my net lights. I spent $500 on 12 lights. I needed, for 3 bushes, I really probably should have had triple that. I really needed 36 for the 3 bushes. The other problem I had is 3 was pushing it, having 3 connected together. 4 I would have needed another channel. 3 they real hesitant about fading and doing all the neat tricks we could do with our computers. I would have had to have added another channel. So to get all the lights I needed, 4 net lights, we're looking at $1,500 for the commercial grade that I got. If I'm going to spend $1,500, it's not going to be on net lights. It's going to be on, for Revival Control Systems, who builds our boxes for us, they're about $500 for a 40 channel box. I can get 120 more channels for $1,500. I'd much rather have that than the net lights. So I don't think I'll bring them back. In order for me to do the net lights, yeah, they look cool, they look organized, they look sharp, they're very, very clean looking. If you're someone who likes and must have a clean looking show, go net lights. But if you're gonna go commercial, plan on spending some cash. There's nothing wrong with the lights, they just don't work for me. I don't want to spend that much money on net lights, I just don't. So they're gonna go away. We're actually talking about removing the bushes because it does block some of the views of our customers. This year we had phenomenal traffic. We are tour bus after limousine after tour bus after limousine. It was phenomenal. We had the news came out and did a story about us this year. You can check that out if you like. It's on our YouTube page. But yeah, net lights, I think I'm done with them. I don't mind the look of stringing lights around the bush. It doesn't bother me. Net lights are obviously cleaner, but they're gone. They won't be back. I'll find somebody will buy them. I'll find somebody to give them to, or donate them to, or sell them to, or something. But yeah, I don't think I'll have net lights back. Another quick problem with net lights, with the net lights I got, is they can only daisy chain. On a normal strand of lights, take these guys for example, you can plug them in. You can plug them in the male end, plug that in, and you're gonna have a female end on the back. You can't do that on net lights. Net lights do not have this. They can only daisy chain. So if you are started on one end of the bush and you need to jump around to the other side, you're not gonna be able to do it unless you have a custom extension cord. So that's enough about net lights. That's what I didn't like. What I love this year was my Peacock verticals. That's what I'm gonna call them. My wife calls them finger verticals. I like Peacock, so I'm gonna stick with Peacock unless you guys have a better name for them. then that's kind of what I'm going to call, because it kind of looks like the peacock's feathers all coming out. That's what I got out of it. Those were a very last minute brainstorm, spur of the moment type of idea. We had about 2 weeks before the show is coming up, and my yard looked bare. Like this, I have to have something bigger on the roof. I have to have something bigger in the yard. And I came up with this system, this kind of a new neat vertical to do. And we'll have a how-to video of that coming out soon as well. But I love those things. I got a lot of great comments from the customers that came by. So yeah, love those things. Those are something great that we liked this year too. Another neat thing we did this year was our Christmas balls. We did a how-to earlier in the year about how to make very small Christmas balls, just kind of for interior decoration, kind of a neat thing. For our animated light show though, outside, what we did was kind of neat. Everybody around the nation has chasers in their shows. There's a phenomenal show about a half a mile down from me that does chasers, and they do tomato cages that just wrap lights around it, and that's their chasers. They go around the perimeter of the yard. I didn't want to copy that. Everybody in America has chasers. 90% use a Christmas tree of some sort. I wanted to be different, so what we did was we made gigantic Christmas balls. And what these bad boys are is I went and I got a lot of chicken wire. And my wife helped me out. We made, it's 4 foot by 8 foot of chicken wire, and each 4 foot by 8 foot section is one Christmas ball. And we'll have another how-to episode about that coming out probably in our Christmas in July extravaganza series. So if you're not a subscriber, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be alerted when our videos come out, especially that one. That one is neat, and that is a very easy prop you can build. You want to make sure you wear gloves, and you'll need some wire cutters, but it's extremely easy to make. You can make, we made 6 of them for $60. So, and the majority of that, if you don't find it on sale, we got a 50-foot roll of it for $50. And then we already, of course, have the lights, so no big deal. But they are neat. We got a lot of compliments on that from the tour bus drivers this year. They said that we were the only show in town that had anything like it. So if you're looking to stand out, you're looking to be unique, I highly recommend Christmas balls. So make sure you watch out for our how-to episode about that. That'll be coming up. What did I not like this year? Had some problems with the projector this year. I wanted to, every year we have our holographic Santa Claus that's in our Santa's workshop. And we have a how-to video of that, of how to make that as well. I didn't like that we got a brand new projector. For years we've gone with the FX Windows projectors, and they are about $100, and the majority of the cost is the holographic programming, which they feel cheap. You know, they only last me about a year because they are out in the cold. We don't use it inside, we use it outdoors in our Santa's workshop. So that's probably a user error on my part for letting them be out in the freezing cold, but they do only last a year. So this year we spent a little bit more money, got a nice Panasonic projector, put that out there, and we had a lot of problems with that because it'd go upside down. We actually had some customers, or one customer, knock on the door this year and say, hey, so you know your Santa Claus is upside down. And it would just flip around. Didn't like that. Should have stayed with what I knew, which was the original FX projector. It's probably just user error on my part, but that was one screw up that I had this year that I think I found 3 different times. So I didn't like that. So for you, and this is, I'm hesitant even to bring this up because I know you don't want to ever have anything stupid on the internet because people will comment on you and say things like, what are you thinking? We had one guy on our how to pick Christmas lights and trees episode, which did pretty well this year. We got like 30,000 views on it. But one guy said, why in the world are you even making this? And I actually took the comment down because he had a lot of cuss words in it. But oh, this is stupid. You just throw the dang things up. You don't need to make a video about it. I'm like, okay, buddy. So I actually had to take that comment down. That's actually the first and only comment I've ever taken down just because it had curse words in it. I don't mind. If you don't like what I do, by all means, I'm always looking to improve. So good, bad, or ugly, leave a comment and I'll take it with a smile on my face and I'll take it with a grain of salt. But I'm hesitant about this. So my wife made me some stairs. We had a camper for years. We finally got rid of the camper. But I would use the ladder on the back of the camper to get up on the roof. I didn't want to use a ladder to get up on the roof because I'm up there so many times that eventually the math is there that I'm going to fall. So my wife built me a portable staircase. It is a legitimate 12-foot tall staircase, and she put it on wheels so I can just push it up against the side of the house, walk on up as easy as can be. It's phenomenal. Love that thing. My wife is infinitely more handy than I will ever be. I'm married well. So I'd get up there, right? And the kids came home one day and said, "Hey Dad, it's a dog on the roof." There's no dog on the roof, man. The dog can't get up on the roof. I forgot we had the stairs. I get home, sure enough, there's a dog on the roof. Our dog. So for a long time, for the whole season, the dog was on the roof with me. The dog was cool. That was cool. Just a man and his dog and his Christmas lights hanging out on the roof. Oh, it was awesome. I felt like there should be like a Christmas country music song written about me, about a man and a roof and a dog, and I don't know, but somewhere in there is a country song, which is fine and cool until my dog saw a cat. The cat wasn't on the roof. The cat was across the street in the neighbor's yard. My dog is a Dachshund, and if you don't know what that is a cross between a Lab and a Dachshund, also known as a wiener dog. It's short and looks like a Lab. Well, some people call them beer muscles, even though there's no beer involved. He jumped off the roof trying to get in that cat. And much like a cat, the ironic part is he landed on all fours and just kept on running. So luckily my roof is only about 10 feet off the ground, and luckily he didn't land to where he hurt anything at all. But that was the last time my dog got up on the roof. So it was very cool for a very long time because he just sat there and did his own thing, and he never did anything stupid or what I would consider irresponsible, even though in hindsight, yes, I can feel the comments coming. It was irresponsible of me to have him up there, or for him to have himself up there, because I tried to block the stairs for him to get up there several different ways. But yes, it was cool up until it wasn't cool. So that was one unique thing that was different this year. Another neat thing was our photo cutout. The first year we had it, which was 2018, we had probably about 5,000, about 3,000 to 5,000 people utilize that. This year, yeah, even more popular. We probably had at least 7,000 people use that this year. Definitely between 5,000 and 7,000. But we've had for whatever reason, the tour bus and limousine traffic for our show this year just skyrocketed. It was not uncommon to see 4 tour buses out there at the same time. For whatever reason, we were very popular this year, which I very much appreciate. But yeah, the photo prop was really cool. We didn't change anything. We put it out there same as last year. My neighbor is very gracious. We do have a new neighbor, and she again let us use her yard this year like we did last year when the house was vacant. So yeah, so the photo prop was cool. If you have never built a photo prop, we have a new video coming out this coming spring. Our photo prop series kind of focuses on the piece of wood and how to get that ready for the artist to paint it. And it's really about wood preparation. We're gonna have kind of a bonus video coming out in spring about how to paint it. There's a very neat little trick you can do to paint a photo prop. So we're gonna have that coming out. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you're subscribed to check that video out. But yeah, the only thing I didn't like this year was the net lights. They are expensive. But I like to buy commercial lights because I know I'm going to buy them one time and I don't have to replace cheap lights over and over again. So I didn't mind that. But yeah, the net lights, for their expense, for what they did for me, it just wasn't worth having. I would need to spend $1,500 for it to be worth my time. So I guess that's about it. I can't think of anything else really that I didn't like this year. Really, net lights is the only thing that bugged me. We've got a new camera this year, thanks to our Patreon supporters. Got a new camera, a new microphone, so I appreciate everyone who supports us on Patreon. Which reminds me, this year we have skyrocketed in subscribers. And some of our most recent subscribers, let's see here, let me get my mouse pad over here. So some of our more recent subscribers are Off Kilter Homestead, Donald Michelet, Josh Wood, watching your back. Okay, that's clever. Watching your back. Ricky Marshall, Zizamaldo, Kale's vlogging, General Chippy Gaming, Tax Rider, Aaron Brassmeyer, MJ Pranks. Actually, that's a good. I hope you're a prank show, MJ Pranks, because that is a phenomenal. If that's Michael Jordan with a prank show, I'm freaking subscribing. So if it is, good job you, Michael Jordan. Jeff Brockman, Motley Christian, Brian Nyers, Das Freak, Willie Thornton, Jeff Mount, and the list goes on and on and on. Let's see if I can find any really cool names. Nothing jumps out at me just yet. John Ouellette, I believe your wife is also a subscriber. I'm probably murdering your last name. Save Our Water. Okay, Save Our Water is kind of unique. But anyway, we have just a ton of subscribers, and there's one subscriber about a month ago, and I should have paid attention to his name. If it's you, leave a comment below so I know to go back and look at you. But when you subscribe, I go and I look at 90% of the people who subscribe. I go and look at your channel to see if you have anything cool, to see what you're into. And there's one guy who had every single, he and I matched. It could have been a woman too. There's one subscriber who he had KNT Do Halloween, who I'm a huge fan of down in Texas. He had Scotch Test Dummies, he had Candace Bader Christmas, he had Learned Christmas Sliding. All my favorites he had. So if that was you, by all means send me a comment so I know to look it up. I should have paid attention to it. But I always go to your page when you subscribe and say, okay, what are you doing that's neat that maybe we can collaborate on, or just what are you into? Because I get a lot of people that say, hey, would you do this, would you do that? Don't email me at Crestline@gmail.com on how-to shows. Like all of our extension cord shows came from subscriber requests. But yeah, so anyway, we've had a ton of subscribers this year. Don't forget to subscribe and join us. Don't forget to support us on Patreon. If you like, you can earn free Christmas merchandise. That's about it for this year. Make sure you subscribe because we are coming up with a phenomenal year. We're going to Christmas Light Expo in July. That'll be part of our Christmas in July Extravaganza series this year. We're coming out with new shirts, new hats. We got a lot of stuff going on. So a lot of new series. Our Tips and Tricks series is going to take off. So that's just about it for today. I'm brainstorming. I thought I'd have more that I didn't like other than my net lights, but I didn't. So my Peacock verticals, if you have a better name for them, comment below and let me know. And our giant Christmas balls are pretty dang neat. So that's about it for today. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you liked and didn't like about the show. And don't forget to subscribe. I'm Charlie from Christmas on Crestline. We'll see you in the next video, guys.